Once we push through this crack, we're going to get jumped by a clicker, and you have to reverse course. It's not done automatically for you. The way I'm going to show you is relatively easy, but in order to do it, you do need to have a throwable and a decent melee weapon like the pipe here. So we come through. As soon as you hear the clicker, go the opposite direction. And then you have to fight him off with a QTE. As soon as you push him off, get the bottle out, throw it as soon as I can, and hit them. If you don't have a bottle or a melee weapon, or maybe for some reason you just don't want to use it, you don't actually have to kill this clicker. So instead of attacking it after we push it off, we get up and we run outside. Have the clicker chase us. And we go back through and push through. And once you do that, the clicker is not going to follow you back. Also, at this point, I have enough to take the craft shiv upgrade, so we'll do that. Just in case anything goes wrong, you get a backup for a clicker. As soon as we push through here, there's going to be a WLF truck driving past that's going to alert two of the runners that are in this next area. One of them is standing still within grabbing distance, more or less, when we come in. To kill that one quickly, you're going to need to immediately go forward. You can't run or trot, because that will wake him up. But if you crouch walk forward without hesitation at all, you can usually get him. Just go forward and grab him. Our goal here is to kill at least the first two runners, maybe the third as well, just so that we can grab a little bit of loot more easily. Although you can simply run through this next area, but it's easy to kill them, and taking the loot, even though it's not a huge amount, is worth it. As soon as we push through, we go forward. I'm spamming triangle. We grab him. You can see the other one going for the door there. So now I'm going to push through immediately before that runner comes around and starts patrolling and grab this one. We got an extra drop there, which you shouldn't count on. So this runner is now going to start patrolling in a loop right around this back area. The other bit of alcohol is in a file cabinet there, and since I don't want that runner to see me getting it, I'm just going to kill him as well. He'll turn away from us, and then we can grab him. And that just lets us take this in peace. This is the only loot in the area other than a brick, really. So there's one clicker over there that's asleep. We don't have to kill him. If you want to kill the clicker, the easiest thing is a bottle and your melee weapon. But you can also simply wake him up, wait for them to come at you around the corner, and then run out here. Squeeze through the door. The clicker will follow you through the door, so you have to hop the wall immediately. But as soon as you hop the wall, that clicker is gone. We're now going to go get the shotgun that is in this locked shop. To get there, we are going to have to jump over this gap, run past a couple of clickers. We're not going to bother to kill those clickers, although that's not too hard. If you don't pick up the shotgun here, you will be forced to pick it up a little bit later in this day. However, I do recommend you get it here. It's not hard to get, and it will give you a few extra shotgun shells as compared to picking it up later.
God damn it.
Now here, we have 2 clickers. You can see one's coming towards us, the other's in the back. They're both over there, so let's throw this bottle. That will get them both going the other direction. And we can get out here. And then we can just jump across. There is sometimes, depending on your ammo situation, there can be a bullet here. If you have a lot of ammo left over from the train yard encounter, this won't appear, but it's worth checking, especially if you had to use a lot of ammo earlier. When we go down here, we are going to get jumped by a runner who will come out of this bathroom. So be ready to dodge immediately as soon as you go in. See, there he is. And we'll just take him out. There is a shotgun right here. As soon as you pick up that shotgun, you're going to trigger 2 more infected to come jumping down in here. And again, although you can kill them, you don't need to. I recommend before you pick up the shotgun, you open this door so that instead of fighting them, you can just run out. If you haven't unlocked it, you'll have to fight them first. So we have an extra shell here.
Fuck yeah. This'll help.
All right. Now we're just, you can hear them behind us, and we can just drop out. And you'll see they're here, but they cannot squeeze out through the gap. So we're totally safe here at this point.
Didn't we just clean all this shit up?
In the back of this shop is a bit of loot, and one important thing which you should not pick up. It might seem strange. You see, we have the holster here. Do not pick up this holster. This, you'll see, is the shotgun holster. And the reason why you don't want to pick this up is if you leave it, you will get another chance at a holster before you get to the next chapter. It's between 2 of the encounters in this chapter. And that holster this time will be a long gun holster. When this whole area spawned in, at the beginning, we didn't have the shotgun yet, and so it gave us the shotgun holster. But the next time we encounter a holster, it will be the long gun holster. If you pick this one up, the one that I'm talking about won't appear. And the reason why that's important is you want to have the long gun holster for the encounter at the end of the forest chapter, the so-called restaurant encounter. In this area, I'm recommending you basically stealth through. There's a number of different ways that people like to do this. You'll see a lot of people go to the left here. That's a pretty slow way, and there's definitely some risk of being seen. My current favorite is to go to the right. As soon as we go right, we're going to run. The sniper there is shooting the clickers. Now, once we get here, we prone dive, And we need to get across this area quickly and get sort of into the weeds here.
That's that sharpshooter.
And these two are going to come here, but if we're behind this post, we're fine. And we can just crawl forward here. They should not look back. Alright, and we're going to listen to some dialogue, and we're looking for this woman who is patrolling up inside the building here.
So many monuments to their excess. What a waste.
And she's going to sort of look out actually in two places before she turns away. There she is looking the first place, and then she's going to go to our left. And once she turns away, we're going to pop up and move. Okay, we go to crouch. We go forward here. And we're just staying along the wall, staying crouched. By the time we get in here, the guy who patrols in this room is gone. This is a timing sensitive strat. You can't just delay. We're climbing up here. Now, once we're up here, we're basically safe. There is this, the sniper's up on this floor, but we're good. So we're taking this loot. And we're just making our way out. Nobody even saw us. If for some reason you're not fond of trying the sneak strat, I've already told you, if it makes you too nervous or if you don't feel confident in your prone dives, there is a sneak strat that goes to the left. Now, it is much, much slower, and it does have a higher chance of you getting caught. You want to stay in the grass and go forward to this before you go forward. If you try to cut the corner there, you can wind up getting spotted by the sniper. I've turned on the awareness indicators for this just so that you can see where you are or are not being spotted.
That's that sharpshooter.
Now there's going to be two over in this area coming towards us. You can see them over here. If we crawl directly over here, we should be able to get into this grass before they come our way. And we're just going to hang out here until they go past us. There's a little bit of RNG in how they move. They can come off in different directions. Sometimes they'll walk straight past us and up here. Other times they'll head off to the right. So we just have to hang out and wait and see what they do before we move forward. Okay, this time it looks like they're going off to the right, which is good for us because it means we can move more quickly. We're going to stay here in the tall grass as we climb up these steps. Now, there is a sniper up in the upper area as well as a woman inside who's sort of looking out. So you can't stand up here. Even prone diving in this area can expose you long enough to be seen. So I'm just going to take it slowly. Anytime you're not in the tall grass in particular, like going in between here, you gotta, like, if you crouch in between there, you're likely to get spotted. Now, if you're here and you're in the tall grass, you can move crouched. now what we need to do is get in the building the same way we were doing it before. And the one we really have to watch out for is this guy here. You can also see the sniper on the upper level. Actually, since you can see all three people here. We can zoom in a little bit. So these are the three that are inside the building. Right, you can see them all. The woman there who's looking out, the sniper up top, and this guy who patrols in. So we've got to cross over and get in without any of them spotting us. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to crawl here. Again, I'm not using prone dive because that might expose me to them seeing me. Okay. Now we're going to hop up here. I'm going to stay crouched. And I'm just going to camp here until this guy turns away. Now, if the guys over there happen to see me, I'm going to have to run for the exit. Maybe through this guy. But they didn't, so we're good. So he's gone in. Now we can just head up here. And we can get out the same way we did before. You can take the loot here just the way you did the other time. And you can go. We're coming up to the Tilted Buildings encounter, and as I promised, here is the long gun holster, which we got because we skipped the short gun holster in Chinatown. This next area is definitely one that you want to simply sneak through. There are 10 enemies here, including one brute. And to try to kill them all is a pretty brutal encounter, especially if things go loud early. What I'm going to do is first, I'm simply going to show you the sneak route through. And then I'm going to go back and show you where all of the different enemies are so you can understand the logic behind this route. So we drop down and we just trot over here to this. We jump over. You want to immediately drop down and crouch. There's going to be a guy coming around the corner here, so we need to move quickly and get around this corner. Right? You can see he's right there. Then we can go forward, and what we're looking for is both of these to be turning away from us. The guy on our left is going to be walking behind this pillar. We just want to sort of stay here. He does spin, and then we can just head on out.
Found a wolf! Just keep heading down.
If you get spotted at any point, just run out.
The elders will be pleased to have a camp so close to Martyr's Gate. Damn it. This site is keep heading down. God, what the fuck did I walk into?
Does that trouble you? People living before the cataclysm had no control.
Apparently, I got light alerted. Full alerted. In which case, we're just running out.
Just keep heading down.
This time I'm going to actually pause. I'm going to kill some people. I'm not recommending you do the actual killing, but I'm going to do this to clear the way for me so I can show you where everybody is who's patrolling in here. That will hopefully make you understand why this strat works.
The elders will be pleased to have a camp so close to Martyr's Gate. Damn it. This site is keep heading down, but it will serve its purpose. So,
On this side, we have 4 people, 2 up top and 2 down below. And this conversation is with these 2 women who are just hidden from us right there behind that half wall.
May they serve as an example to others.
they're going to now start their patrol routes. I'm going to kill the one who walks past here, again, just so that I can show you more.
Shh, quiet. You know.
Tuck her in the corner so her body's not spotted. Now the other woman is patrolling in the back. She's just coming out. And I will take her out too. Again, just that will clear the top floor for us so we can have a look around without the risk of being spotted.
Don't try to.
There are two guys patrolling below us. One patrols basically right here, and the other patrols in the room next to it. We've got two levels here. On this upper level, you have that woman who's patrolling there. You have basically, we should see another woman coming back this way in a minute. So we have one woman who patrols on this side out here. We have one woman who patrols in the hallway over. There's the woman I was just mentioning there, and then a third woman who's inside a room that's sort of directly through there. So when we jump over here, we're jumping over and then dropping down to the level below immediately. And there are also 3 people in that level. And the main one that we need to worry about is the guy who patrols past this area here. It's what you saw before, right? So the idea of the stealth strat is to get down there and around the corner before that guy on the lower level turns around and sees us. If you're late, he will spot you. And then at the far end, you saw the 2 final people, the brute and the other guy.